guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma, and this here is my craft corner. So today I thought it would be nice to tell you everything I did in August, basically. Starting with my finished objects, then moving on to my whips, then the acquisitions I did this month, and lastly, just things that I'm looking forward to in September. So let's get started. Grab something to drink, maybe something to knit, and let's go. So firstly, I have three finished objects to share with you. To start with this bulky thing. I finished this literally yesterday evening, but it doesn't matter. It's this lovely cardigan. I'll pop it on for you. I still have to do all the ends, but oh well. And I have to buy buttons still. This is the Edgar cardigan by by Johanna, with lovely twisted ribbing details. It was my first time ever doing twisted ribbing, so the increases were very difficult. Yes, twisted ribbing down the raglan lines, and down the bottom it does have a button band, but I don't have buttons at the moment. I will also show you some footage of me wearing it, where you can see it a bit better. But as you can see, I still have a ton of ends to weave in. This I knit this in Drops Nepal, with held together with Drops Kid Silk, and I used about 8.5 skeins of Nepal in the aqua blue color, and then almost 3 skeins of the Kids Silk, and I knit a small, which fits me quite well. It was a test knit that I unfortunately did not finish on time because I was moving and stuff, but that's alright. It took me about a month to finish this, which I don't think is too bad for all the first times here. My first time doing twisted ribbing, my first time knitting a cardigan, and my first time doing Italian bind-off. I'm still not sure what I think about Italian bind-off. It's not too neat around the edges here, but that's alright. It's very warm. The Kid Silk is a bit itchy, personally, but it's not too much. It's mostly when you put it on, where like, oh, this itches a bit, but when you've been wearing it for a couple minutes, you kind of get used to it, to the feel, so it's fine. I just love the increases on the twisted ribbing, and then the sleeves. Yeah, this will keep me nice and warm in the autumn. So that's my first finished objects. I will take this off now because it's quite hot at the moment. And then I have 4 actually, that I can't really show you. I knit my parents both a pair of socks, and I have gifted it to them already. I gifted it to them because they helped me and my boyfriend move quite a lot. They were like big helpers, so I wanted to knit them some socks. It was quite a challenge to get the size correct, and even when gifting it to them, I really had my fingers crossed that it would actually fit. Especially with my dad, because my mom has a similar foot size as me, so I could just kind of see if it fits me, and then it would probably fit her too. But my dad has quite some bigger feet than us, so I was keeping my fingers crossed, but fortunately they fit perfectly. So they will be nice and warm this autumn and winter as well. And then I have another finished object. Only one sock here. So I have to do the ends. It's a recurring theme here. But these are the Kind of Magic socks by Wool and the Gang in collaboration with Regia yarn. And they make these lovely clouds, which it was difficult to get the gauge right, but they do give you like multiple options, multiple rows to try to get your gauge right. So here you can see some stripes, and yet you had to hit the stripe with exactly one round. So you could try a few needle sizes to get it right. And unfortunately, it worked for me. The heel is an afterthought heel, which I'd never done before. So that was quite interesting to try out. Not really sure how I feel about an afterthought heel. But it was nice to try. It was kind of nerve-wracking to pick up the stitches and just hope that it would turn out okay and that I would not miss any stitches. But it went alright. I think this is an okay first attempt. And I have another sock to make, so I can try it again. I'm really hoping to get the gauge right pretty quickly, because Carlijn from Carlijn's Corner also was knitting these socks, and she couldn't hit gauge with the second sock. So I hope I can make it work. Yeah, those are my finished objects of the month. Not too many, but I did knit a cardigan and I moved, so it's alright. I do, however, have a ton of whips I'd like to go through. They vary in completedness, because some I just started, some I'm almost halfway through with, and some I just haven't touched in a month. So big variation there. Starting with this. This is the white top, and I'm knitting this in Knitting for Olive Cotton Merino in Dusty Blue Whale. I haven't touched it this month. I'm still in the increases and decreases part, and I'm honestly just too scared to pick it up, really. So I really should just pick it up and figure out where in the pattern I am, because honestly I don't know. Yeah, so I just have to figure that out, and then I think I can finish this pretty quickly. I hope to finish it in my September wrap up, or at least be at straps or something. This is my first whip. I also just really want these needles for another project, so that might motivate me. I'm trying to do a system where I can only knit one of the same item at the same time. So one summer top, one cardigan, one sweater, one pair of socks, etc. So knitting this top means I can't get started on the next one I have queued up, which is the Camel number 5. And I really want to get that started, so I'm using that as motivation to finish this one up first. And to be honest, I need to project back anyway. Because I always run out of project packs. I don't know if anyone else has that problem, but I always run out of them. But I really like this one back. Let's see. Then I have this whip still. This is another I haven't touched it in a month, or let's say in a few months, because the last time I was knitting this was in April, and I just have 3 straps to do. So you see, this is why I need the system of finish one top before moving on to the next, because I didn't, and I just have this on the strap island and no motivation to knit to finish this. But I really should. So keep your eyes out for this one in the September wrap up, hopefully. Please hold me accountable for finishing this month. This is not that much work, really. It's not that much work, so I should really just pick it up, knit for maybe half an hour to an hour, and then I have my first finished object of September. So, yeah. Not that great, but alright. Then I have this one, which is also one that I have to finish in the first half of the month because they are gifts. I think it's fairly safe to show this one. It's a gift for my for the people in my student association that were quite active this year. So I'm knitting them some bookmarks with the first letter of their name in it. And I'm knitting this on 1.25 millimeter needles. So they're very tiny. It's going quite slow and I have to finish 7 more before the 12th of September. So, wish me luck. Really wish me luck. This is another, I just need to get over it and go. Yes, I can absolutely do it. This was a couple of hours of work, but not to the extent of, oh no, I physically can't finish 7 of these. This one is included in the 7. I physically can do it, but I just mentally need to get myself to do it. So this is just garter stitch, moss stitch, I'm sorry, here, and then the borders are in garter, just to keep it kind of flat. These are this yarn I'm using. It's a scheepjes yarn. I'm not sure which one. Let me check real quick. It is the Maxi Sweet Thread by Scheepjes. Which is a cotton yarn. So I really just hope that people are going to like them and use them, hopefully. Because I'm putting a lot of work in this, so it would kind of be a shame if people didn't use them or like them. But that's another one for the September wrap-up. Hopefully. So then we have 2 more whips. This is the big boyfriend present. And I know my boyfriend is watching this. So again, please skip to the timestamp for me. I'll give you a couple seconds to go, basically. Yeah. So this is the project bag for my boyfriend's project. I restarted it a couple of days ago because I wasn't happy with how it turned out. So I forked it all back and I'm now trying my 3rd attempt at getting this right. And the 3rd attempt includes double threading the yarn. So to make it a bit bulkier and just wider, I'm also adding 8 rows to the pattern. It's a repeat of 4 stitches. So I'm adding 8 to even it out. So for there are gloves, mittens for my boyfriend, the Bernie Sanders mittens. So I'm just adding 4 on this side and 4 on that side to even it out. And hopefully his birthday is on the 22nd of September. So I just hope to finish this before that. I know I can. It's just, again, something I need to put my mind into, because I can only knit it when I'm not with him. Because obviously he can't know what I'm making. I think he's the only person right now who doesn't know what he's going to get. He knows I'm knitting something, but not what it is. And everyone I've told what I'm knitting, it's like, oh, he's gonna love it. So I hope so. Keep your eyes out for this one in the September wrap-up. And then my last whip, which is not currently really a whip, it's just some swatching I've been doing, or practicing, I should say, for the Folklore cardigan that I really want to make this month, or well, this month and next month, to be honest. It's quite a big project, but I've never done cables before, so I've just been practicing my cables with a 1x1, 2x2, 3x3, and then there's a cable design that I'm currently trying out. I'm not sure how I feel about the 1x1 cable. I'll insert some better footage over this. I'm not so sure how I feel about the 1x1 cable. It doesn't appeal to me that much. I really love the 2x2 and 3x3. Those are really, really cool. So, yeah, it's quite easier than I thought it would be to knit cables. I don't have a cable needle right now, so I'm just using a spare DPN to hold my stitches for me. And that works okay, but I do understand why people use cable needles, and I really want to get them. Because I feel like I will be needing them a lot, knitting so many cables over so many rows. So yeah, I'm really excited to get the cardigan started. I'm knitting the cardigan in Drops Nepal. Again, it's like a staple yarn in my stash, really. I keep using Drops Nepal for everything. And it's great, I love it. So this will probably be honestly, will just be a more finished whip next month. I don't think I can finish it before the end of September. Those are my current whips. So then we move on to the acquisitions. I have quite a few, but not too many, I think. Firstly, I found a new yarn store, because when moving, of course, you need to check out the local yarn store. And this was Stinky Mere in The Hague, and they only had Katja yarn, like an entire store full of Katja yarn. Which I love Katja. It's just overwhelming to see a store filled to the brim with every Katja yarn you can imagine. So I did get some skeins, or some balls of yarn. I got this Katja cotton jeans, which was on sale for €1 for one ball, and I got 6 of them. So I'm hoping to make a nice top out of it or something. I'm not really sure yet. I really liked it because it's white with purple and then some black details with it. It's really interesting. Like a lot of different colors. And let me just grab the other thing I bought, because I realize it's not currently here. So let me get that for you. So there we are. I also got myself a crochet hook, which you might be thinking, but you only knit? Yeah, technically that's right, but I will be trying my hand at crocheting next month. Wolplein, or Yarn Plaza, as you might know it, had a promotion running in the month of July, where if you bought stuff over a certain amount of money, you would get a water bottle and a ball of yarn to make a water bottle holder, which is also came in a pattern, and it is a crochet pattern. So maybe that's the perfect opportunity to try my hand at crocheting. So I got myself a 2.5mm hook. Yeah, let's see how that goes. I have tried to crochet a bit before this, but it never worked out, really. I couldn't seem to get the hang out of it. So, yeah, that's unfortunate, but we're going to give it another shot. But what's the worst that can happen? It was a free ball of yarn and a free pattern and a free water bottle. So the only thing that wasn't free is the crochet hook, and I can use that to pick up stitches when knitting. So it can't really go wrong, in my opinion. And then I also bought 2 cables for my interchangeable knitting needles. these are 40 centimeter cables from Katja, and I wanted to use them for the sleeves of patterns, so I did use this for the sleeves of my cardigan, and it worked okay-ish, but the needles I have are quite large, so the cable wasn't big enough to make a nice loop, or needles were too big, because when I picked up my 60 centimeter cable, then I had to kind of do a magic loop thing that didn't really work out. So it was a bit of trial and error, but we managed to do the sleeves, and I'm looking at getting maybe smaller needle set to try these again. They are perfect for putting stitches on hold, I must say. Just putting the sleeve stitches on hold work perfectly, but not for the purpose that I had bought them for, which is quite unfortunate, but it's alright. I'll manage. Then I also got 3 skeins of drops Lima. I got these at the latest meetup, where I also got my knitting book from my friends, which I showed in my previous video that I will put up here somewhere. We had a yarn swap attached to it, and Kim Olieslager gave me these 3 of these, and I will be buying more drops Lima to make a sweater. It's like a grayish brown color, which is really interesting. It's not something I would have maybe picked up myself, but now that I have it, I really love it. And I'm really interested in what I'm going to make with it. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking of sweater number 15, which is the very cabled sweater. And I would like to knit that with this, but I don't know if the yarn suits it. I don't know yet if I like to knit lots of cables. The Folklore cardigan will tell me that. But yeah, I thought that would be nice, because this is wool and alpaca. So I think that's might be perfect for a sweater. And sweater number 15 was on my to knit list, so maybe that works out. So the last acquisition that I made was a pattern and a ball of yarn. This is the Jacobus Monkey by Zij Maakt Het, which is a Dutch pattern creator, and it just shows you how to knit this monkey and how to knit his jackets. And of course I had to get some rainbow yarn to make a rainbow monkey. I'm going to be using this and the pattern to knit a gift for my neighbors, or let's just say my neighbors get unborn child, because they are pregnant with their 3rd child. So I really wanted to make them something, but I didn't want to do clothing, because I feel like it's just a lot of effort on my part for something that the baby will maybe wear once or twice before they grow out of it. And then I also don't really see them going for a 4th child. So that would just be 1 or 2 uses out of a thing that I worked really hard on. So I just thought a stuffed animal would maybe be a bit nicer, because then the child could grow up with having the monkey and playing with it. sleeping with it, etc. So they could get more use out of it. Also, I thought it would maybe be nice to knit every child a monkey, because of course, when we have 3 children and only one has a handmade monkey, that doesn't seem fair. So I need to see how far I can go, because I also made a pact with myself to only be knitting on one present at the same time, which isn't really working out now with the boyfriend present and the active members presents. But it's just, I'm trying to do one present at the same time. So I need to see where this one will fit in, and if I have the time to knit up 2 more before the baby gets born, which is in February. And I also have some other gift knits lined up for Christmas, birthdays. We'll see. Maybe I'll gift the other children monkeys for their birthday. We'll see again. We'll see. Those are actually all my acquisitions, which it's not too bad. Not too bad. I am trying to not buy as much yarn anymore, because a couple videos ago I showed you my entire yarn stash, and it's currently at 130 skeins, which is a lot. I also keep track of the costs of all my all the balls of yarn in my stash, which currently, let me see, is about 525 euros and 13 cents. That's a lot. I do put in the retail price, and I get most of my yarn on sale, so I didn't pay that amount for it, but still, it's very confronting to just see that I have that amount of money just sitting around waiting for me to do stuff with it. It's also, this is quite a funny thing that I keep track of. It's 7,480 grams. So that's almost 7.5 kilos of yarn just sitting around waiting for me to have a go at it. And then it's also 19,654 meters. So that's 19.5 kilometers of yarn, which is a ridiculous amount of yarn, to be honest, for someone who just started knitting in November with one project in mind, and then it really took off in January of this year, which it's not that long ago. It's like half a year, and I've accumulated this much yarn. So I'm trying not to buy as much and just use up most of it. But then I also made a calculation that if I want to finish my yarn stash within 1 year, I should be knitting away 10.7 skeins per month, which equals about 2.5 skeins per week. That's a lot. I don't think that's reasonable for anyone. So if I have a go at it in a 2-year plan, that would equal a little over 5 skeins per month and 1.2 skeins per week. which still sounds like a lot. It still sounds like very much. So I'm trying to destash maybe a bit, or just not accumulate that much. Basically, I'm trying to knit away more than I buy. Which, I don't know if I did that this month. Because I bought 10 skeins and I knit away maybe... The cardigan had about 8.5 of drop snip ball. I think I did it. I think I did knit away about 10 skeins, but I didn't start knitting the cardigan at the beginning of August. So I also knit a few skeins worth in July of that. So, I don't know. It's not really looking too promising that I'm going to be finishing this in a year. Yeah. So then the last segment of this video is things that I'm looking forward to start next month, which first of all is using this Katja Basic Merino in a very bright red color to make the sweater number 16, which is the one with it's kind of form-fitting with ribbing and a high neck. I will also put in a picture, but I mean, I can't really keep track of all the numbers and which things are associated with it, which patterns are associated with which number. So thought I'd make it easier by just describing it a tiny bit, but then it's not really helping that much. So I'll just pop up a picture here. I'm really excited to get that one started. And to de-stash on a sweater's worth of Katja Basic Merino. Yeah, it's really soft. I'm really excited to get it started. And I actually can, because I'm not working on another sweater at the moment, so bonus. Yeah. I'm really excited. I think the red kind of suits me as well. So that's the first thing I'm really excited about. And then the second one is using this Katja Concept Cotton Merino in a pistache colorway to make my my camisole number 5, which I can't start before finishing my 2 tops, so my white top and the rainbow top, because if I finish that one, those 2, I get to start this one, and I really want to start this one, so I really need to finish the others. Yeah, it's a great system, but it's also very frustrating because it just wants to start new projects, but I have to finish the old ones first. Yeah. We'll see, but those are the 2 that I'm very excited about starting. And of course, my crochet project that I'll just be doing in between other projects. I don't currently have the yarn with me or the water bottle, so I can't show it to you, unfortunately, but I will maybe put up a picture somewhere. And yeah, I will see you guys again very soon, hopefully next week. And I hope you enjoyed this video. So yeah, see you soon. Bye.